Hey guys, AJ here, back with another one for you. So guys, man, you guys gotta be careful out there. Guys, the high five is out there, the herp derp is out there, right? The hep dep. Guys, you gotta be careful with these 304s, because guys, they all have these diseases that are on the rise. You know what I'm saying? Places like Atlanta, Memphis, Baltimore, the high five is on the rise. So guys, we're gonna go to the dumpster fire known as TikTok and look at some of these chicks talking about the high five. But before we do that, guys, please like, subscribe, drop a comment, because it really helps keep this channel going. Guys, check out my second channel linked in the description. I check out the playlist at the end, and if you're watching on Crumble, guys, head over to my YouTube, guys, and let's get into this.
Over the weekend, I told someone that I was talking to, but for only a week, so maybe that's where I went wrong. I don't know. That I was HIV positive.
Look at that.
The first person that I've ever told that I'm actually talking to that, saw something with. Basically, he blocked me. Been like really down about it because it's like, it's nothing that I did. And like, he's just not like giving me a shot. And
Look at that.
it kind of sucks. Because I've never been in this kind of position, I've never felt this kind of rejection before in my life. But I'm so happy and I'm so proud of myself because I did tell him and I wasn't ashamed when I told him. I was like very matter-of-factly when I told him. And that's like really big for me because I'm finally like embracing and getting confidence in this new journey that I'm on. Our hope is not lost.
A new journey.
I know I'm going to be happy with someone. I'm happy now, and I know someone's going to understand.
She says she's happy now as she's crying on TikTok.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Me and love me for who I am. The ideal situation would be like, damn, this shit is scary, but if you're telling me that I'm not at risk and that you're healthy, I'm willing to do the research that I need to do to see if we can make this work.
Please.
This was my first experience telling someone. It sucked.
Guys, it takes the high five for a woman to experience being rejected like how men get rejected. And their world still crumbles, right? She's on the internet.
No, I'm just emotional. Why don't you understand that?
Look at that, guys. Look at that. And guys, all these knuckleheads, all these 304s in their comments. Telling the truth is an act of love. I'm so sorry for you. I'm proud of you. Your person will accept you. I know people that have found love with the high five and also with the herp derp. Look at that. I've been ghosted for no apparent reason. Be proud that you're being true to yourself. You have a reason. You got the high five. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Someone says, my brother told me a story of him talking to a girl in which he told him she had the high five. He told me, I felt like I saw the devil. Look at that, guys. What did she think was going to happen? She told homeboy she had the high five, and he said... And guys, are hashtags. Hashtag high five. Hashtag high five TikTok. Hashtag STI. Hashtag STI TikTok. Hashtag STD. Clown. Well, guys, watch. So she's crying now. But guys, she gets a little bit more confident later on, guys, and doubles down. Let's check this out. Clown world.
Hi, my name is Bianca, and I'm HIV positive.
Look at that.
So I'm going to try to answer your 2 questions as quickly as possible. Starting off, am I communicating this off the cuff? No. The thing with disclosure is that it is a personal choice. I do not have to share with you if I don't want to.
Look at that, guys. Look at that. This is like 8 months later. You know what I'm saying? She went from, oh my God, right? And now she's like, I don't have to tell anyone. That's my prerogative. Clown world.
So when it comes to HIV disclosure, you want to ask yourself 4 questions. Who am I disclosing to? Why am I disclosing? What am I disclosing? Everyone doesn't need to know everything. And where am I disclosing? If I'm going to tell someone that I'm HIV positive, I have to feel like I can trust that you're going to hold space for what I'm saying. And on top of that, I need to make sure that I'm going to be safe. The truth of the matter is that your health is not my responsibility, and the way that you perceive me is not my responsibility.
Look at that.
Either. If that bothers you so much, you should not be having casual sex nor engaging in hookup culture. Because
isn't it crazy that women make these false dichotomies? If my status with the high five bothers you, then you shouldn't be hooking up with anyone. You know what I'm saying? Look at that.
Likelihood of someone disclosing while engaging in casual sex is very low. Lastly, all of my encounters are unprotected. Hi,
She said all of her encounters are unprotected. Look at that. This is a demon right here, guys. Look at the look in her eyes. Look at the look in her eyes, man. Do you see this? Do you guys see that look of the beast in her eyes? Scary, guys. Scary. And everyone's still supporting her. Look at that. Guys, hashtag high five status. Hashtag high five TikTok. Hashtag disclosure. Look at that, guys. Guys, you got to be careful. Clown world. Oh, guys, look at this. Guys, look at that. Woman caught the high five from another woman. Look at that. Guys, I didn't even know that was possible. I didn't even know that was possible, man. Look at that. So this
Lesbian.
got it from another chick. Clown world. Oh, man, look at this.
A person who wrote the book Getting Unstuck, and the subtitle of the book was Getting Unstuck, Girl to Girl, You Can Be Infected Indeed.
Infected with the HIV virus.
Damn.
The show centers around growing up in Harlem, abuse, addiction, and in explicit detail how she contracted the virus, not through heterosexual contact or IV drug use, but from her female partner.
Damn.
They're like, girl, you know you was with some man somewhere, you need to stop it. And I'm like, no, I'm telling you, he infected her and she infected me, and I'm gonna show you how. But what people don't realize, it's not the sex of the person, it's the act of sex. And it's coming in contact with the bodily fluid.
Man.
And so that's why it was so important for me, because I see my people don't get it.
I was dealing with somebody that was a woman that had AIDS. Mm-hmm. She had contracted it from her boyfriend. So they both had the virus unbeknownst to me.
Okay.
And so I had dealt with her and had sex with her for 3 years, unprotected sex.
Okay.
And that's, my biggest message today. If I don't get a chance to say anything else today, protect yourself. Mm-hmm. Because you have a choice today whether you can become HIV positive or not. So we were with each other for 3 years,
okay.
And she had AIDS, and I contracted it from her.
And so,
damn, look at that, guys. Got it from a chick. Dang.
When did you find out that you had AIDS, and what was your initial reaction?
Well, initially I had HIV, mm-hmm. So that's what happens to you at first. Mm-hmm. And I found out when I went to a program, mm-hmm. It was a year program for rehabilitation, mm-hmm. and 6 months, actually 7 months into the program, I went and I got tested, and I found that I had the virus. And at that point, I needed to confront her. My counselor wanted me to confront her. And I did that, and I confronted her.
I was about to ask, did you ever see her again?
I'm surprised that she didn't go over there, you know what I'm saying, track this chick down, and, you know what I'm saying? Because we all know how these chicks do with the DV thing.
Yes,
were you angry? Did. I mean, were you upset? What was your initial thought?
I think that when I went into the program and I had regained consciousness, if I must say, of my
going
past.
Back to that theme.
Exactly,
yeah.
Going back to that theme. I felt relieved at that point that I could be alive and know what happened to me as a child, because, repressed memory is kind of a heavy topic if you think about it.
Okay.
Not remembering something from your childhood,
right.
25 years later, and all of a sudden you got all this information. But, as time goes on, I get tested, and I go back and I confront her. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't a bad confrontation, because I felt the worst of it had been, told to me.
Right.
And when I got to her, she was on her deathbed. She had 3 T cells left.
Wow.
At that time, the AZT drug was around. There were really no other cocktails. Mm-hmm. she was really on her way out. I took her for a walk by the pond. And we
yeah, guys, so after this, she talks about her book and all this other foolishness, you know what I'm saying? But guys, look at that, guys. Look at that. Guys, if chicks can get it from other chicks, right? Guys, if
lesbians
have to worry, you guys got to be careful out there. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Hashtag high five. Hashtag stud for stud. Hashtag studs. Hashtag fem TikTok. Hashtag gay TikTok. Hashtag femmes. Hashtag gay pride month. Hashtag bisexual studs. Hashtag toxic. Hashtag gay. Hashtag happy pride month. Hashtag trans man. Hashtag trans woman. Hashtag gay married life. Hashtag gay love. Look at that, guys. Clown world, guys. You got to be careful. Clown world.
So I wanted to do this before I went to bed and before I washed all this off. Just got back in from another date with another bae. They're all going to be baes, right? This one we're going to call Baller Bae because he used to
Yo, this chick's voice is deeper than mine.
play ball, and he's now a coach. And we've been talking since September. Yeah, top of September. Met, clicked. We've just been talking. We haven't been able to go on a date because school, basketball season, et cetera, et cetera. So finally we were able to go out tonight. And yeah, had a great time. Went to Top Golf, had dinner, and I get nothing more than friend vibes from him. There's nothing more that's going to happen outside of friendship.
Isn't it funny how these knucklehead 304s act like she's the arbiter of this? You're an old woman who sounds like she's been smoking Newports over the past 20 years. That's got the high five. Yo, he's the one who decides if you're gonna be more than friends or not. Clown world. Look at this. And guys, you never see black men saying "as black men we," but you always see these B-dubs saying "as a black woman," right? Guys, look at the entitlement. Look at the ego this knucklehead still has. And she's got the high five.
So I didn't have the disclosure conversation. I'm going to stop using disclosure. I was just on a panel with sister, I can't remember her name. I know her name, Dazon, with Sister Love, and she said that we should move from disclosure as a word because it's very heavy. And
there's women always trying to redefine words again, right? Trying to, we're going to move on from words and use other words so that things, it's disclosure. That's what it is.
And it's very heavy and it's very obligatory type of language, which I totally agree. It's not disclosure. It's a dialogue because we both should be talking about our statuses, right? But I digress. So I did not have this conversation with him because it was not necessary. There was no, after meeting him in person, finally, us connecting, us spending time, my body, maybe she was not interested in nothing that he was offering in that way. Great company, great time was had. We can definitely.
Homeboy dodged a bullet like Neo from the Matrix, man. You know what I'm saying? If she has to talk about why she didn't tell him, it's because she knew off rip that he would reject her. So she's made up this narrative in her head that she's rejecting him. When if they were talking and texting and she said, by the way, I have the high five, she wouldn't even have this story to tell. Delusion.
Do it again, but it would definitely be on a friendship level. So because of that, because a lot of y'all ask, especially on women who are HIV positive, when do you disclose? I disclose when I get a feeling. I disclose when I feel like there's a connection. I disclose when it may be the possibility of us doing anything that's going to cause you to make my toes curl. If there's not that type of energy, there's no reason for me to have this conversation with you.
So in other words, be inconsiderate of the other person. Don't even have any common courtesy. In other words, interact with a person for long enough where you're not on the same page. Because he doesn't think you have it. You know you have it, so you're not on the same page. You're a liar, lady.
No reason. None. If we do have it, it'll come up in conversation as the relationship and friendship progresses. But just for me to have the conversation with you, it's not going to happen. So when I look back over the 2 dates, well, three dates this week.
He went out on 3 dates with this chick. 3 dates, and he probably paid not knowing she's got the high five, guys. Clown world.
Haitian Bay, one with Baller Bay. I met Haitian Bay on Tuesday. We had our first date Tuesday evening. We had our second date on Friday night. Met Baller Bay back in September. We had our first date tonight. So there's no timing to this. There's no rhyme or reason. And what I want to convey to my sisters who are dating, who are HIV positive, you do this when you feel like you're ready to do this, on your timing. When you feel like that she is ready to talk to him, then, or it's a possibility, that's when you disclose. That's when the conversation happens. And it happens on your time when it feels right for you.
And this is women being selfish. Self-centered, selfish, and not giving a damn about anyone else but themselves. This woman is dating under false pretenses. She's already old. She's overweight, right? Come on now. Has this deep voice. And she has the high five. And she's stringing these guys along. You know what I'm saying? And what'll happen is she'll actually meet some Tyrone or some Chad, and then she'll disclose or whatever, or dialogue, and he'll run away. And she's like, "Men are assholes, man." Blah. Look at this. And guys, she's in Memphis. I told you guys. The high five is on the rise. Guys, her hashtags, high five influencer, hashtag high five, hashtag black women of TikTok, hashtag black women in the high five, hashtag high five positive women, hashtag high five life coach, hashtag high five positive vibes. Look at that, guys. Clown world. Guys, if you find out any chick that you're messing with, not even messing with, talking to, has any type of any of this, guys, run for the hills, okay? And guys, it's so disrespectful and inconsiderate to put time into a person, and they know this whole time. Guys, single moms do the same thing too. They'll go out with a guy 3 or 4 or 5 times and then not say they have a kid and be like, well, it shouldn't be that bad of a thing. If it's not that bad of a thing, why'd you have to hide it? Right? Absolute foolishness, guys. I feel like we're in just freaking just clown world. So, all right, you guys, please be careful out there, guys. So, all right, you guys, check out the playlist. Check out my locals, guys. I appreciate you. I'm out of here.